Here for Mobile Geeks, and today I'm going to be doing a size comparison between the iPhone 6 Plus and the HTC M9 Plus. Now they have different display sizes. We have a 5.2 inch on the HTC, and Apple has gone with a 5.5 on their device. Now we have a 1080p display over here, whereas HTC's decided to go with a 2K display, so that's 1440 by 2550. So now when we take a look at overall device length and thickness, the iPhone 6 Plus is obviously a lot longer, and the HTC is much thicker at 9.61 millimeters, whereas the iPhone measures 7.1. But one thing you can see when you do get up close is that HTC has this gorgeous two-tone finish, which is the same as we have on the M9. Now, one of the other things that is a definite step up on the HTC is the fact that we have a micro SD card slot on here. So you can see that there are two ports, one for the nano SIM and one for the micro SD card. So now when we take a look at the cameras on the back, Apple has arguably one of the best cameras on the market, even though it is only 8 megapixels. Now HTC has gone with their dual camera, so this will mimic a DSLR capabilities, allowing you to have a second camera to give you a lot more depth within your photos. Now this is a 20 megapixel shooter, and then this is a two-tone flash over here. Now on the front, HTC has put their signature ultra pixel camera here, which gives it really fantastic low light capabilities. Now this is running Android Lollipop, and of course this is running iOS, so drastically different operating systems. Now another big difference between these two devices is, well, Apple has their crappy little speaker there at the bottom that when I'm using the iPhone I tend to cover up quite a lot. Now we have a lightning connector, whereas we have a micro USB here. Now we have the headphone jacks, but obviously HTC is going to kill it with their boom sound speakers. The other thing that both these devices have in common is this is actually a fingerprint sensor. So Apple also has their Touch ID on this side right over there. So now in hand, we have to say that both of these devices feel really great, really premium, even though under the hood HTC's gone with a slightly, it's a new processor actually. So this is a MediaTek Helio, the X10 at 2.2 gigahertz with 3 gigabytes of RAM. Now this comes with a 32 gigabytes of internal storage, whereas we have an A8 processor here with 1 gigabyte of RAM, but Apple has a little bit of their own magic within their processor because they build everything. So now in hand, I have to say both of these devices feel incredibly premium. They're both made of aluminum, but under the hood they are a little bit different. HTC has gone with a MediaTek processor, the Helio X10 at 2.2 gigahertz. Now this is a little more mid-range, and Apple will obviously has their A8 with 1 gigabyte of RAM. HTC has 3 gigabytes in here, and like I mentioned before, they have a micro SD card for expansion. Now you're going to be paying well over $1,000 if you want to get an iPhone 6 with 128 gigabytes of storage. So this has just been a quick and dirty size comparison so that you can know exactly how, size-wise, the HTC M9 Plus stacks up against the iPhone 6 Plus. I'm Nicole Scott for Mobile Geeks.